Are you ready to become yourself? For years, dozens of people from all walks of life have turned to this one man, Leslie Tanner, desperate for the tools to reshape their life in our raised, godless world. Utilizing a unique blend of good-natured humor and brass tacks education, his innovative approach has helped innumerable people reach new levels of consciousness and personal power. Leslie Tanner, a controversial but selfless and massively influential figure, defies categorization. Since he and his life-changing program rose to fame, the expert class has desperately attacked him as a clown, snake oil salesman, or predator, attempting to silence him precisely because he is so effective at helping others become happier and more powerful in their own lives. From the most challenged, the mentally ill, handicapped, women, and mentally retarded, to the most successful athletes, entertainers, business owners, medical doctors. Regardless of your station, Leslie Tanner has committed his life to giving you the tools you need to transform your life. So, are you tired of being in near constant emotional and physical pain? If you could snap your fingers and have $1 million, would you do it? Is there a you buried deep inside whose power and will yearn to be expressed?
It's a whole life-changing program.
If they get half of what I got out of this program, they're going to have a much happier life.
It was fun. I really loved doing the program. I loved learning about myself. It was just amazing.
So if you have an interest in transforming your life once and for all, come along. I have so much to show you. In a moment, you'll have the opportunity to call the number you'll see on the screen and speak to me, Leslie Tanner, directly. Together, we'll tackle the most critical issues related to unlocking your true individual power and reaching your fullest potential. Let today be the first day of the rest of your life. Welcome to Explorations. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening to every single one of you here early for Explorations with Leslie Tanner. An already gorgeous start to a gorgeous evening this Saturday evening, communing once again to unlock the power of the next level. Now, tonight we are not playing around. Tonight we are tackling one of the most powerful natural phenomena that we will ever navigate or come up against. Holy shit. Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Good evening, my explorers. How are you all doing? Namaste to you. It's me, Leslie Tanner, host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the most effective personal power program in the country, bar none. I am here to give you the tools by which to transform your life, as I am every single night I come up on the screen. In just a moment, you'll be able to call me directly and speak to me directly, Leslie Tanner, the host, the creator, the founder, as I said, the most effective personal power program in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, how are we tonight? How are we tonight? Namaste. Good to see so many of you in the chat so early. Saturday night, ready to get that worm, Namaste. It's so good to be with you. A gorgeous Saturday evening, like I said. I've already had so much fun being with you. I can only imagine how much I'm going to have in the next 2 hours and 57 minutes that we are going to have together. Namaste. So how is everybody though? Seriously, I need to know. We gotta get a good temperature check. We gotta get a good vibe temperature check to see how everyone's doing. How is everyone doing? Somebody put a little extra sprinkle of cocaine in their Celsius tonight. That's a real specific amount of time. Brian Fritch, poor blessings to you. Yep, I sure do like cats. Cherish, Namaste, Pepperoncini, Tenny Lasner. Oh, that's funny. That's a funny little play. Larry Picklejar, good to see you, brother. Good to see Larry Picklejar. Communal Vision. LOL, my favorite has always been the throat swab. Lay them down on their back with their head hanging off the ledge of the bed and begin swabbing the throat. P.S. Gentlemen, with your gotta finish that. P.S. Gentlemen, with your genitals hanging basically on her face, you will be guaranteed a ball sucking. Wow. Very cool. Thanks so much, Pepperoncini. I really appreciate that, getting us started this evening with a very prescient. I'm going to call it prescient. Communal vision from Pepperoncini. Namaste to you, brother. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Namaste. Now, guys, as I said before, as I was, I didn't stick the landing in the intro. All right, so be it. Okay, not every single one. And sometimes the universe floods my mind with so many words, I have no idea what to even do with them. You know, I probably could have cured cancer at this point with the volumes of material that this universe has kind of just rammed into my mind from the back door, ramming my mental, spiritual back door, raping me with the universe, raping me with itself. Duncan did it. Explorer, addicted to porn, not a good person. Still level 1. What don't I get? Duncan did it. Listen, this is a self-fulfilling prophecy at this point, Duncan. If you really want to talk about it, give me a call. We can have it out, but this is, you know, oh my gosh. And while we're at it, yeah, why don't we? Why don't we have ourselves a little bit of you-know-what? Namaste, everybody. Just a little bit of jazz, a little bit of getting settled in, getting that energy up, Saturday night energy up, getting it feeling really nice in here. Namaste to each and every single one of you. How are we all doing, though? Let's go ahead and let loose. I feel a little bit, I can feel the energy in the chat right now. It's good. It's excited. You know, it's building, but it's a little stuffy, guys. So what I want you to really do is you're in a spiritual and physical sense, I want you to look inward. I want you to find that ball. I want you to, don't necessarily just wrench it open. I want you to take that finger, spiritually speaking, reach underneath and just make circles around it. Make circles around that butthole. Get it loose. Get it ready. Get it welcome. Knock on that door. Let it know you're about to come inside. Namaste. So I can guess I can start masturbating. Yeah, go for it. Rip it. Rip hogs. Yeah, I appreciate you asking permission. Namaste. Hype train leveling up. Blessings and namaste. Duncan did it. Blessings. Duncan on either side flanking the beginning of this hype train. Namaste to Duncan. namaste, everybody. At least the last woman I stalked said so. Thanks so much, Walken. Appreciate that. Yeah. Oh. I'm sipping on guys. I'm sipping on a new Celsius tonight. Let's introducing a new flavor for me in my life. This flavor is a sparkling cherry cola. Celsius sparkling cherry cola. Now, has anybody dipped their little toes into Celsius cherry cola? I know Toaster, brother Toaster. You didn't sneak by me with that raid. I want to say thank you to you. Thank you so much to Toaster for that raid. What's up, Cats Up? And thank you so much to everybody for joining us this early on a beautiful Saturday evening. I want to thank What's Up, Cats Up for your patronage and for your attendance and for bringing your flock here. I heard that you were doing an art stream, which makes me very happy to hear, Toaster. Makes me very happy to hear. I overheard because my roommate was watching your stream, and I overheard you apologizing about 47,000 times about doing art. I want to underline this behavior of Toasters. Because, a lot of the times, what's a conventional wisdom, right? You say, you go to some big artist and you say like, oh, how do I be confident like you? And they say, fuck it, right? Don't listen to anybody. But I think that's horse shit. I think that's bad. I think you should feel bad about doing it in the first place. Making this journey of getting rid of shame is a hideous process in and of itself, humiliating in its own way, only compounding the problem. Walk in with communal vision. Why now, leader and guru, blessed thine milk this day. Thank you for your guidance this day. Walk in, namaste to you, brother. Great to see you, great to have you, and thank you for kind of focusing our energy up in that zone with that really perfect message. I really thank you for that. Namaste to Walk in. No, wait, what? Pepperoncini, did he lied about talking tenor? Talk to me about that. Cheen, talk to me about that. Are you guys doing talking tenor tonight? Are you guys doing talking tenor? Because I'll continue. I'll continue with my point because I do want to give him his his moment. This is making me burp more than the other whatever. Is Toaster here? He says that he watches the stream all the time. Do you guys remember that? Do you remember? Do we remember when Toaster said he watches the stream all the time? Do we recall this? I just want to make sure this is fresh in our minds. Because I remember very clearly, I accused Toaster because I felt intuitively that he did not watch the stream. He's asking like, what's happened so far? What's the theme? He can't remember any of the calls. And then he takes about 48 minutes to make an announcement of some kind. Who knows what that announcement ever is? And then when I accused him, yep, he is my best friend, but I accused him of not watching the stream. And he said, I watch the stream all the time. And here I am. I do a roll call, and here he is. Larry Pickle Jar. Quick affirmation for fellas. Why is 100 bits slowed down? I swear to God. Fellas, listen. You should be embarrassed. You should be humiliated. It is not a measure of your masculinity to not be either of those. Okay, there you go. That's for fellas. Larry Pickle Jar, remember the time Toaster fell asleep in the middle of calling into the show? Yes, I do. I do, and I left it. What the fuck? I missed one show and the price of everything changes. I swapped. I swapped the communal visions and the affirmations. I swapped them. Pot Shotsky, namaste to you. Welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much for committing yourself to the program as it is in Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Namaste, everybody. Now, guys, enough about Toaster. I do want to give him his credit, though. He did step up and do some art in a public way and apologize for it. as you should. When I see a sort of bombastic street mural or some really busy side of the building that's got some really like eclectic street art of some kind, and I'm just like, I wish I could work with that artist. I could transform their practice and really make them so much more effective as an artist if they could learn the value of shame and humiliation. Shame and humiliation. I see these prostrations of false confidence, these postures, these veneers, these unsightly, hideous things that we do to ourselves in order to trick ourselves to do so. And no, ladies and gentlemen, you're running the opposite direction. It is about giving up. It is about being defeated. It is about losing. If you're an artist, listen, if you're an artist and you think you're winning, I got a news flash for you. You're not. You're absolutely not. And to say otherwise, to claim otherwise, let alone to tell children this, is such a massive mistake, massive failure. I'd love to work with kids. I'd really love to work with children. I'd love to work with children. Namaste. Not me. Thanks for that single bit. Thanks so much, hon. Really appreciate that. Pat Shotsky, I'm a nephew of Uncle Joe. I need to let him know what it smells like. I need to know what it smells like. Are you talking about, you say it, and I can only, the first thing I think of is that you mean something, you mean maybe my penis or my balls or something like this. And they smell probably pretty poor right now. Pepper and Chini, shout out Sparkly Miracle Zone. Namaste, shout out. Is Sparkly in attendance tonight? Is Sparkly in attendance for this exploration this evening? Namaste, namaste. Or are we just shouting out because she's an artist? She is an artist. She's on the front lines of losing as an artist. Namaste to Sparkly Miracle Zone. Yeah, let Joe know. It smells poor. If we're talking about my scrotum or the space around my scrotum or the underside of my shaft or the area between the loose skin of my soft penis and the sort of the rim of my penis tip, then yeah, all of that's going to be smelling pretty poor by this time of day. Namaste, and thank you so much for checking in. You guys really need a shower. Don't worry about yourself. Now, as I was saying, yeah, shout out all of our losers on the front lines. Shout out all of our losers on the front lines. Larry Pickle Jar, communal vision from Larry Pickle Jar coming in hot, coming in fast. Pepperoncini is a founder of Sparkly Miracle Zone. Unrelated, the best art is the kind no one wants to buy or display. Interesting point. Larry Pickle Jar making an argument for bad art that no one is interested in or values. Thanks so much, Larry Pickle Jar. I'd love to if somebody wants to pick up the mantle on that debate tonight. If somebody wants to challenge Larry Pickle Jar, maybe has a counterpoint to his point. I'd love to see where that goes. Duncan did it, gifting a sub to Sparkly Miracle Zone. Sparkly Miracle Zone, if you can feel us calling your name through the digital ephemeral realm, we are sort of spiritually calling you spirits connecting through a digital realm. We are spirits connecting through a digital realm. We are not physical beings connecting through a digital realm. We are spiritual beings. And I know she understands that. We've had many a one-on-one conversation outside of this, outside of Twitch, and I know where she's coming from. Namaste. eBay is the best way to figure out the value of stuff. That's true. Namaste. Now, guys, as I was saying, guys, so really big up to shout out What's Up Cats Up. Can we do a quick shout out for What's Up Cats Up? I think it's awesome that he's kind of allergic to followers. And I mean that genuinely. My roommate just told me earlier this evening that he got a new follower, and rather than welcome in, or hey, what's up? How'd you find the stream? Good to meet you. He said something to the effect of, what are you doing here? Or something like that. How'd you find this? Something like that. Namaste. Go ahead and follow What's Up Cats Up if you're not already. Guys, here's my genuine goal with What's Up Cats Up, okay? Here's my genuine goal. Because that guy has an amazing constitution for wasting people's time. It is It is something that is strong like a diamond. It can just take waves upon waves upon waves of self-flattery, ego. None of this is happening. He doesn't say, uh-oh, I better take this seriously. No, he does not. Now, what I want genuinely to happen is because I want Explorations to reach this level of having, like 10 to 20,000 people a night, 10 to 20,000 people every single night listening to my lectures, listening to the call-ins, exploring and tapping into that power. If for no other reason than to take 17,000 people and raid What's Up Cats Up. Take 17,000 people that are just like either barely on board with Explorations as it is. They just kind of know it's a little funny and it looks old. And they're like, and they don't understand, but they're here because they know that because the hype is so intense. Then we go, okay, now we're going to rate someone really special. You're absolutely going to want to smash follow on this. And it's a hot dog glitching like this and apologizing for 45 minutes while it draws on MS Paint. No music. No music. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I want. I want to manifest that. He had music tonight? Sell out. Fucking poser, sell out. What's Up Cats Up had music tonight? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Somebody turn the page. We're turning the page on What's Up Cats Up. Guys, shout out. We'll shout out What's Up Cats Up later tonight to unfollow What's Up Cats Up. I cannot believe he had music. I cannot believe he had music. Well, that'll be later. So listen, guys, here we are at Explorations with Leslie Tanner, having a wonderful evening already. And tonight, just as a little brief of what we're going to get into before we open up the lines, tonight we are going to launch ourselves into the border of understanding and non-understanding. The border of understanding and non-understanding. Now, let's start with the basics, guys. There are things that we know in this world, and there are things that we don't know in this world. Now, when I call this the most effective personal power program in the country, or when you hear the refrain over and over and over again, verbally or in writing, that the program works. Communal vision coming in. Communal vision coming in. Friend, we are lesbian Tanner. I love that. I love that. You know what? And I think that's so funny. I think it's so funny to call me a lesbian. And I love my lesbians. I love my lesbians and my lesbians. Can we see some ones in the chat for lesbians? Can we see some ones in the chat for lesbians? Whether you are a lesbian or you know a lesbian. Let me see some ones in the chat for lesbians. I love lesbians and they love me. Don't my lesbians love me? Can we? I know. Can we confirm that? Can we confirm that in chat, please? Can we confirm that in chat? That's so. It says, yeah, by sure to like cats. There's not enough women in your fan base to be lesbians. Says, you're one of many women. There are many women love Explorations because I don't talk down to them. I listen and I don't play games. I treat you like a goddamn adult, and the response is tremendous. I'm not here to put on kid gloves like every other channel. Oh, we're gonna have a nice little time. Oh, we're gonna empower women. That's nonsense and that's a dead end. I would never do that to you. And you respect me for that. Also, I'd like to point out what you have not shut the fuck up since you got here 2 weeks ago. And what kind of authority are you that women don't like this? Listen, women, I'll never empower you. I will never empower you, and that is a guarantee. Let's get a clean one. Let's get a clean one. Hey ladies, it's me, Leslie. I'm just popping in real quick to say that I will never, ever in my life with any breath empower you. I'll never do that to you. Because it's violence to do that. It's violence to do that. Namaste. We got another beautiful community vision, I'm sure. Thank you so much. Fran Weard, ask her how many messages she sent in the Discord. How many messages have you sent in the Discord? Which I love, by the way. I'm a fan of it. I'm here and I'm celebrating it openly without irony. I'm saying that I love it. I love that energy. You have truly been a fish in water in the program. I'm just saying, hey, when you're talking about women not being here or not enjoying the program, I'd say, like, hey, maybe you don't know what you're talking about. Phil Z74, I tried to remove my ween part so I could be a lesbian, but my wife said no. Now, that is a classic Phil Z74. Cougar Pie. Namaste. 25 subs. Namaste to Cougar Pie. Thank you so much. Cougar Pie, blessings and namaste for the 25 community subs. Holy moly. Explorer failed parent of several. Namaste to Man Osasangre. Brother, Manos de Hands of Wine. Namaste to you. No, for that one sub, I appreciate it. Nowhere near as good as the Cougar Pie 25 sub. So, Manos Osasangre, poor timing because you look like a little baby compared to what Cougar Pie just did. Namaste to Cougar Pie. Really showing, putting some subs where her mouth is and showing up and supporting this program, making sure it grows the way it absolutely needs to meet the needs of this dark, godless, dying world. Namaste. Namaste. Good to have you, Cougar Pie. I'm so glad that you're here. Now, Phil Z said, I do want to revisit, though, because this is maybe the most precise Phil Z74 thing that has been said in the history of me. I put it up there. I don't know. I got to check the records, but I put it up there. I put it up against every other communal vision he's shared. I tried to remove my ween parts so I could be a lesbian, but my wife said no. I think, filmmakers or musicians spend their whole careers, making a bunch of movies or albums to just make one album that kind of really articulates everything that they wanted to say as a human being in this life. Their one masterpiece. Steven Spielberg had, Avatar 3 or, Billy Zane had The Phantom. And here we have Phil Z74. I tried to remove my ween part so I could be a lesbian, but my wife said no. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, okay, so guys, couple quick announcements. First of all, P.O. Box, send me some goddamn stuff. I love getting stuff from you guys. P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois 60647. I love getting stuff from you guys, be that a postcard, a letter, weird little pictures that you get at the mall of strangers, from the photo booths that German royalty sends me, a little packages. And by the way, speaking of which, I got a package just the other day from Loomis, whatever, and I'm not going to say anything about it because it's in the car and I got to open it and I want to open it on air. But namaste to Lil Miss Whatever for this one. I really appreciate this. This is a very beautiful package that we got in the mail. Namaste. Now, there's that. Now, we'll have a couple more details about this specific thing later, but in the meantime, guys, if you are ready for the next level that we speak about so frequently here at Explorations, if you are ready for the energy of the next level, namaste. Duncan did it, says communal video cassette. Duncan did it, gifting a sub to communal video cassette. Namaste. That's a crazy ass username to have already existed. Yep, I sure do like cats. It was over 1,500 messages in Discord, Leslie, in the past 10 days. That's about half of all the messages I have sent in the Discord, just to give an idea for scale, just to give a little perspective on that. And I think and I mean this positively. I mean it tremendously. Anyone that's been in this Discord noticed when you hopped in, because immediately it became much more active and enriched the vibe. I saw activity go up across the server in various channels. It was gorgeous. Namaste to you. And I appreciate all those messages. Now, also on top of that, one other thing I will share. I forgot it. So we're going to move on. Namaste, guys. Did I do the final? If you're ready for the next level and you're ready to get to the real materials, the real meat on the bones of this program, guys, click that link to the community of Devoted Light in patreon.com, where I host my library of exclusive materials, videos, podcasts, lectures, music downloads. I'll send you a VHS tape, etc., 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 etc. I want you to be a part of it. I want to send you a monthly postcard, which are in the mail, by the way, and we'll be catching up over the next couple of weeks. I got to send you all this stuff. Please join me at the community of Devoted Light at patreon.com. Now, guys, enough holly button around. The border of understanding and not understanding. Now, as I said before, I mentioned the power of the next level. It's powerful stuff, no doubt. We discuss it often here, the power of the next level. Each step we take within this program, once accepting, once following, once subscribing, once joining my community of Devoted Light, each step that we take can't help but be towards the power of the next level that we have in each and every single person in chat right now. Now, on our way to the next level, we are constantly in search for tools and sources of fuel to keep our journeys alive. Constant search. And every single night we come onto this stream, I give you a new tool, right? I give you a new perspective on the self, on the other, on the shared reality in between. That's my job, after all, as Leslie, the creator, founder, and host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the most effective personal power program in the country. And tonight, the tool that I'm going to give you, ladies and gentlemen, it is a doozy. It is an absolute behemoth of a tool. One that predates our being born, predates the dawn of anything we could call humanity. A tool so powerful and so ancient, it's been with us since the dawn of sentience itself. Ladies and gentlemen, the tool that I'm talking about is the border of understanding and non-understanding. So let's start from the beginning, right? Let's start from the basics. We have knowledge. We have things that we know. What do we have on the other hand? Right? We have things that we know. Let's flip that over. What do we got? Things that we don't know. Now, anyone with any kind of awareness understands this idea, right? We, whether, even babies, they come out of the womb and they see their mother leave the room and they think, I don't know what just happened to my mom. Oh my God, she doesn't exist. I'm going to die because my mom's not here. I'm fucked, right? The unknown is just around that corner and is a very extremely and deadly real thing to that baby. It's about survival, right? The known and the unknown. And as I was saying before, Let's take that baby and reduce it even down, right? Let's make it a bug. Let's make it a single cell, right? That single cell's got to know which other single cells are trying to kill it and which are its friends, right? It's got to know, it's got to have known and it's got to have unknown. And all of its framework for existence, all of its understanding of being happens within that emotional dynamic, the known and the unknown. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we dive into each call tonight, I'll be asking you some questions that will be taking a look at the known and the unknown that defines your life, and move closer to that border and feel what there is to feel, unlocking new levels of understanding and non-understanding, therefore heightening the effectiveness of the tool of this border between understanding and non-understanding. But before we do, I would like to address one question I get all the time. This idea of knowledge, right? I'm speaking philosophically, I'm speaking philosophically. I'm speaking maybe in terms of science or something. And I get a lot of pushback when I go down this road. Sometimes I'll go down something a road that sounds religious, and I'll get pushback from the science people. And then I'll go down a science road, and I'll get a pushback from the religious people. But since I'm speaking vaguely within the realm of science or philosophy or the Enlightenment and kind of bullshit like that, right? Let's call it what it is, bullshit. First of all, I'll grant you that, my religious explorers. Philosophy is bullshit. And you're right to question if I am here attempting to substitute your religion, your belief in God or gods. Am I here to substitute that with science? Or am I here to do vice versa, substitute science with religion? Or am I possibly here to refine the understanding through either of those frameworks? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to do no such thing. I am here to probe you, to allow you to become yourself in a way that you have only ever dreamt. Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to radicalize you. You go to any corner of this internet and you'll find a path to radicalization, a path to the destruction of subjectivity, and a radicalization to deny the self and to become radically something else. An evacuation, a destruction, artificial, and then desperate. Here, I am here to show you the desperation that already exists inside of you. I am here to show you the calamity that exists between understanding and non-understanding. Whether you believe in God, you believe in gods, you believe in science, you believe in any this, that, or other, ladies and gentlemen, I am here to give you the tools to become yourself, radically yourself. Let's open up the lines. 708-240-8953. 708-240-8953. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Dave.
Dave, welcome back. Dave, how are we doing tonight, Dave?
Well, I'm very excited about the show tonight because everything you're saying really is getting to me, and I need you to probe me. I want to be probed.
I'm going to probe you up. Let's probe you up, Dave. Let's probe you up. So listen, so you said you were excited and you're looking to get probed. Now, let's talk to me about that. What excited you about what I just shared, all that stuff I said?
Well, I was very excited about you talking about the tools. I want to have your tool. I want you to probe. I'm ready.
Communal vision from Framway Yard. Is the dick root fat? Do you have a fat dick root, Dave?
No. But I do want to make a point that now that I have your P.O. box, I will be sending you 8x10s of my dick root.
Something to look out for. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate that.
But I'm ready I'm ready for the tools.
So you're ready for the
I want all
tools.
the tools. I want you to probe. I'm ready. I'm open. I'm open.
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. So Dave, I'm ready. I'm gonna go ahead and Okay. So Larry Picklejar with a communal vision though. Before we do that, Larry Picklejar, is this the caller with the health food store within a bodega?
Somewhat.
So somewhat. So that's somewhat accurate.
Somewhat, yes.
Okay. All right. So somewhat. You're not on the wrong track entirely, Larry Picklejar. Hopefully that clears that up. Now, Dave. Known and unknown. You know, let's zoom in. Let's zoom in. You know, how would you? What's something in your life right now that you feel good about, and something in your life that you feel bad about? Give me just a real brief example of those two things. Good, bad.
I'm happy with my work life, but I'm unhappy with my personal life.
Okay, so professionally, you feel like you feel like you got your ducks in a row, but personally,
I'm sky high professionally. Sky high.
Sky high.
I'm rolling in it.
Oh, so you're making a good amount of money. The money's coming in. You're feeling good.
But on the love side, on the personal side, it's not good.
Okay. So and so interesting. So when it comes to personal interaction and the richness and intimacy of them, it leaves a lot to be desired. You're just kind of left with a hole, huh?
I have a giant hole, and I want it full. And I know you have the tools now to help me fill the hole.
Now that's an interesting statement right there. Before I answer that, I want to kind of put an underline under that real quick. Now you called with good, and I asked for good and bad. You gave me an example, terrific examples, terrific, rich, pregnant examples that I can't wait to delve into. But then you closed it. You added a little note at the end for me that you had a hole inside of you, a big hole, and you know that I have something that's gonna fill it.
Absolutely. I want to explore that. I'm here to be open and probed.
Listen, I'm gonna probe, but I'm not gonna fill you. Now, Dave, listen, I know it's been a little bit, and I'm happy to go over this part of the program again. Happy to go over this part of the program with you. But this hole that you have, what would your life look like if it was filled?
I would feel like the king of the world.
But describe your life though. Like what you finish your very successful day at work, and then what? What happens after work? What do you do now that you have a better life that's rich in personal interaction?
I would be happy. I would be happy to come home and be with my mate, having dinner, having a life.
Having a life.
I want a balance. I can't have everything in one sector. I want both sectors full.
Okay.
There are people out there, there are Siamese twins who have husbands and wives. There's people out there living lives. I have nothing.
Oh yeah, there's all manner of just like really freakish people who you wouldn't believe found someone to be with them, and here you are alone.
I'm a handsome, well-endowed. How can I be alone? There's people with no arms and legs within a relationship.
I know, right? Quick affirmation for fellas. Listen, the mountain will never fill the hole inside of you. But keep looking. That was for Pepperoncini. Your mate, are you gay or captaining a skiff?
I'm not. I would be, nothing wrong with being gay, but I'm not gay. But
Well, I guess something wrong with being gay kind of depends on your framework. But Larry Picklejar with a communal vision. Can't wait to get this perspective. Larry Picklejar, have you ever considered that you're alone because you're ugly and your health food gives people diarrhea?
Well, he's half right. My health food does give people, diarrhea, but that's to help them lose weight.
Right.
But I'm very handsome. I'm a handsome man.
You sound handsome. You've always sounded handsome to me.
I am handsome, but yes, my health food store does give people diarrhea on purpose to help them lose weight. There's no way I should be alone. There's people out there 500 pounds with mates and boyfriends, girls.
Yeah, I mean, people talk about, people can talk shit about, fat or ugly people or something, saying they're unattractive, but they fuck a lot. And you don't. You sound handsome the same way that Sparkling Miracle Zone makes great art. That's from Larry Picklejar. Any response?
I'm not familiar with Sparky Miracle Zone.
Sparky Miracle Zone. Communal Vision from Duncan Did It. Woody Allen is incredibly handsome.
Well, it's all subjective. It's all subjective.
Exactly.
But I think I'm empirically handsome.
Listen, I'm on your side, brother. I'm on your side. I agree with you. I think you're handsome, and I think that there's something wrong that you don't have a full life. I think, and I think there, especially in response to real quick Cougar Pie. Yeah, okay. So Cougar Pie I'll go ahead and we're adjusting to a new thing. I know you meant that to be on the screen, so I'll go ahead and have that dictated to me so then I can repeat it. Affirmation for fellas though. Getting diarrhea is a terrific diet. It's not just for women. Give it a try.
I totally concur.
And does your store sell that diarrhea tea?
Yes, it does.
Beautiful.
It's a cleansing, incredible experience. Incredible.
Here we go. Communal vision. Here we go. Now, caller, maybe women don't like you because you sound like a low-rent Chuck Schumer. That's from Larry Picklejar.
Do I sound like Chuck Schumer? Oy vey, Izmir.
Interesting. Really, yeah. I guess I'm not that familiar with what Chuck Schumer sounds like.
He's a very, New York, like a Larry David type, maybe. Larry David.
You do sound East Coast.
Like
you definitely have that accent. What are your thoughts of fat people from Duncan?
I feel sorry for them. I used to be fat, incredibly fat, but I changed my life. It can happen. I can. No, well, let me rephrase. Leslie helped me change my life. Leslie turned me into the Adonis I am today. Mm-hmm. Leslie did that.
And okay, so listen. Let's rewind. Let's rewind back to the beginning of your journey here. Let's just cover this aspect. There's a lot of things in your story that we could cover. Quick communal vision coming in from Psyduck. I like to retain my shit how others retain semen. It gives me power. Power so immense it scares me. Thanks so much, Psyduck. Really appreciate that. Really.
I think you need some therapy.
Really beautiful tool. Beautiful little insight into your life. Larry Picklejar. Ordering an affirmation for fellas and then a communal vision. I'm going to say this. I'm going to get to this point with you, Dave, and it's going to be really nice. It's going to be really helpful to you because tonight's theme is a big one. It's a big one and difficult one. Listen, fellas, throw the books out the window. Stop reading. It is... hold on. One more. One more for the fellas. Communal vision, real quick, from Larry Picklejar. Fatso caller, why are you lying about losing weight?
No. That sounds like a fat person saying that.
Interesting.
Only a fat person would say that.
Real quick affirmation for fellas. Listen, don't read, stop reading. And if you are listening to this and not understanding the captions, keep going. Terrific work. Now, listen, Dave, you came here, right? And you were, as we've discussed so many times, and to put it in your words, fat as shit, right?
That's putting it mildly.
Yeah, putting it mildly. So, and at that point, you didn't know how to change your life, right? That was an unknown for you. Here we go. Larry Picklejar. Caller, can you explain your journey on how you lost all that weight?
Leslie is in the process of explaining it, if you would wait.
Larry Picklejar, thank you. Thank you for checking him. He needs to be checked every once in a while. Now,
Leslie is about to do a full dissertation on my life.
Well, you've been terminated. Unfortunately, we're not getting that tonight. 708-240-8953. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner.
I'm going to make it rain tonight. You're going to get money tonight, Leslie.
We'll see.
Money.
We'll see.
We're going to make it rain.
All right, so listen, Dave, I'm going to wrap this up, though, for you. You definitely, you came to me fat as shit and in pain. And part of the shape of your pain at that moment was, I don't know how to fix my life. I don't know how to lose all this weight, right? And we worked together through the program, through the tenets. We got you involved in some martial arts. We got you a bow staff, transformed your life. Now,
right.
We met the immediate need of the shape of that pain. Duncan did it. I need to try transferring my self-hate into another group of people. Thank you, caller. Duncan did it. Yeah, perfect. I mean, that is, brother, now you're looking at level 2 right now. You're looking at level 2 right now. Duncan did it. You keep that up. You're looking at level 2. You are. That's some really bright. That is some progress. We call that progress here in an exploratory sense. Namaste. Now for you, Dave, though, you come to me several years later, having solved several areas of your life. Solved, right? And you come to me with a problem. The shape of pain is the lack of satisfaction in your personal life. Now, let's compare this to when you were fat as shit, and I fixed it for you.
And a widower.
And with a dead wife and fat as shit. All right, that was you. Now, when I fixed those problems for you, I gave you the tools to fix those problems. Did it fix the ultimate problem?
What's the ultimate problem?
Listen, the thing that solved your problems, the thing that gave you the superficial problems, the things that gave you the energy to lose that weight, it wasn't necessarily the workout framework that I gave you. It was this, that, or the other. The fuel for that transformation came from how upset you were and desperate you were. You didn't understand. Losing weight's not that complicated. You eat like way less food, you avoid sugar, carbs, you work out, blah, 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 right? Larry Picklejar, Mr. Schumer, is your dead wife hotter or uglier than AOC?
I would say hotter.
There we go. Thank you for just getting right to the point with him. Now, the fuel for this next chapter of solving this relatively superficial problem that you bring me is the not knowing. This is the fuel. I need you to make a list of ways that you could try or have tried that will fail and why you're fucked.
Enlighten me.
This is homework. This is homework for you. I need to know, like, what have you tried and what it just seems like a stupid idea and it kind of just makes you feel like you're fucked. Larry Picklejar, caller, what's your opinion on the new Green Deal?
It's stupid.
No. You've been terminated. Namaste. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner.
We're making it rain.
Now, Dave, do you understand me when I say I want you to make a list of reasons why you're fucked, and I want you to feel really bad about it? Okay?
Okay, I got it. You want me to do homework? You want me to make a list of how I'm fucked?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, I'm going to make a list, and then the next time you're on, we'll go over the list. Okay?
Yes, I can't wait to hear this, because the one thing that you're gonna have some trouble with, and I can already tell, is that you're gonna look at your six-pack, you're gonna look at your bank account, you're gonna do inventory, you're gonna feel good about that, and you're gonna look at this, and you're gonna think, oh, this is just another thing to figure out. No, feeling good is only worth it if it makes you feel worse in other areas of your life. Okay?
I understand.
Okay.
I will do the homework. I will do it. And maybe the next time I'll go over the list, and then you'll give me the additional tools to fill me up, to probe me, and fill my hole.
I'm not going to fill anything. I will probe you. I'll probe you very deeply, very profoundly, but I'm not going to be filling anything. And that's kind of where we're going to be hopefully landing next call, is that there will be no filling.
Namaste.
Namaste, Dave. Thanks for calling, brother. Great to hear from you. Thank you. Larry Picklejar, caller, as part of this homework, can you explain the smell? Okay, so he's in chat. He's going to see that. Thank you so much to Cougar Pie for the sub to Sir Sharts McBoom Boom. Namaste, Cougar Pie. Very generous this evening. Namaste and blessings to you on this evening. It's wonderful to have you. Now, caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's up that I can call you tonight?
You can call me a fish in the water, whatever that means.
Fish in the water. It means you're natural. You're a natural at it. Larry Picklejar says, last call, 2 out of 10.
Oh. Not very.
2 out of 10. Now, okay, so let's get to it. Fish in the water, a.k.a. Yep, I sure do like cats. Oh, we have a psychic emergency. Please hold.
Oh, okay.
Bleach!
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer Yahoo Sirius 444 to issue a psychic emergency. Sheer 300 attempts to contain Clifford the Big Red Dog have failed. He is on the loose. Authorities believe he may be drawn to the town's sausage-making factory. Conventional weapons seem to have minimal effect, although street-sweeping vehicles have been able to redirect him. Hear his bark take cover. Repeat. Sheer 300 attempts to contain Clifford the Big Red Dog have failed. He is on the loose. Authorities believe he may be drawn to the town's sausage-making factory. Conventional weapons seem to have minimal effect, although street-sweeping vehicles have been able to redirect him. Hear his bark take cover. We now continue with your normal broadcast.
Namaste. Thanks so much, Yahoo Sirius, for giving us very consistent updates regarding Clifford the Big Red Dog. Namaste to you. Blessings and namaste. Really appreciate that. And raising that to the level of psychic emergency, making sure everybody gets to hear about that. That's really generous of you, and I really appreciate that. Yahoo Sirius, really important member of the community here. Blessings. Now, a.k.a. Yep, I sure do like cats, a.k.a. Michaela, a.k.a. in 10 days, sending about half the messages that I've ever sent in the Discord that I created.
Yeah.
Namaste to you. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing okay. I'm just drawing and listening to your stream and stuff.
Interesting. What are you drawing? What are you getting up to over there?
I'm doing a drawing for my professor because he was gracious enough to let me take one of my exams on a different day so that I wouldn't be so overlogged with work.
Yeah, okay. So that was very generous of him, right? That really helped you out.
Yes. He's a cool dude.
Yeah, that's great. That's great to hear, Michaela. I'm glad you got people like that in your life. With the ability and the will to just kind of give you a helping hand every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a lot of people like that in your life, Michaela?
Yeah, I have my best friend and her husband.
Okay.
And I have the old person that I see a few times a week. And I have my parents. That's about it.
So you got your best friend who's married. You got an old person who you help out,
Mm-hmm.
Nursing style, and then you've got your two parents.
Right.
Okay, and there's you don't do a lot of hanging out outside of that. That's pretty much your social life.
I hang out with my church friends sometimes, but I feel like they're not weird enough.
But what was that? Sorry.
I feel like they're not weird enough,
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'll make a joke and they'll be like, "What?" and then it'll be awkward for a while.
No, I'm saying. Yeah, so they don't really get you, huh? They don't really get like the nuance. They're kind of they're a little nervous. It sounds like, huh?
Yeah.
Nervous people, right? Nervous.
Yeah.
I love that. I that's one of my favorite things about and I mean this genuinely. The religious people, like really religious, and I don't even mean all religious people. I mean the ones, that particular kind of religious that use the religion as like a way to stay so anxious and neurotic, kind of just fearful of everything.
Yeah. No, I know.
Yeah. I love their energy. It's so easy to just kind of fuck around with. You know what I mean?
I don't think that actually the people around me, I don't think they're anxious enough.
Listen, you're preaching to the choir. Talk to me about what you mean by that.
I think, I've been anxious my entire life. And so, I'll talk to somebody at church and I'll be like, "Hey, what do you think about like the birds outside? Do you think that they're like listening to us and like sending messages back to the government?" And then they'll be like, "What?" And then I'll be like, "Never mind. I like your dress."
No, I would say even push it even harder. Say, yeah, the IDF created bird drones that listen to us. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think I'll say that next time. I think I'll actually raise my hand in the middle of service and yell that.
Especially in Texas, the government down there is crazy about Israel. They can't wait to suck Israel's cock down there. For as tough as they are down in Texas, it's crazy.
Good grief, Leslie.
It's so true, though. It's so true, and that sort of that very blatant conflict on the surface. A real tough truck guy, and then he just can't wait to get caught in an airport bathroom sucking some IDF guy off. It's just really beautiful energy, and it really makes me appreciate the nuances and hues of humanity in a very genuine way. I mean this genuinely. I know I sound like I'm joking around, but I genuinely mean everything I'm saying. Now listen, enough holly button around. You're drawing. You're thankful for getting a little bit of a break in school. And so, funnily enough, you're in school, and tonight we're exploring the border of understanding and non-understanding.
Right.
So, when I say those words to you, what pops into your head? What thoughts, what feelings come into your mind when you think about that phrase?
Well, I was actually just talking about this on the Discord server, of which I can't stop talking on. We were taking quizzes, right? We were taking quizzes about, what ice cream flavor we would be. There was one about what kind of clown you would be. And this quiz was asking things like, what's your biggest fear? And Craig actually was asking, like, why do you need to know this? And I tried explaining this to him, but he's a layman, so he didn't understand. I said, in order to truly be a clown, you need to face yourself, the shadow, the Carl Jung, the shadow. You need to face your shadow, and you need to laugh in its face, and only then will you truly become a clown.
Pepperoncini Communal Vision. The members of the Devoted Light are preparing to fly Mario Karts into a music festival in Austin and do great things. From Pepperoncini.
I'd love to
Namaste.
see that. I'd love to see that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Listen, we're gonna try to. The cat's out of the bag. Somebody said it out loud, but yeah, that is the part of the plan. That is something that we're looking forward to. So, guys, join tonight the community of Devoted Light at Patreon.com. If you would like to, as Pepperoncini just stated, prepare to fly Mario Karts into a music festival in Austin and do great things. There's plenty of festivals down there. If you can't get to this next one, I mean, they're always doing festivals down there. South by Southwest, Austin City Limits. We'll find something that works for you. Fram Weard with a communal vision. Posthumous sperm retrieval is a procedure in which spermatozoa are collected from the testes of a human corpse after brain death. There has been significant debate over the ethics and legality of the procedure and on the legal rights of the child and surviving parent if the gametes are used for impregnation. Any response to that as a nurse?
I'm not a nurse yet, but I think I'll tell you once I get that RN. I'll tell you what I think of it.
1 second. 1 moment. Is Underhill around? Oh, 1 sec. I shadowboxed once and lost. X ban the man, X namaste. One second. Okay, add this to the mod list of shit to do. Hold on 1 second. I gotta do a little bit of, I gotta make a note for myself. Progress where? Conserve what? In what direction and to what extent? Once again, far better to have a severe intellectual disability and a loaded gun than carry these fairy tales around.
I can still hear him breathing in the mic. It's weird.
Yep. Communal vision. If I was an ice cream flavor, it'd be Drunken Daddy, says Phil Z74. Namaste.
Actually, he took the quiz and he got vanilla.
If I played professional football, I'd just be the strongest and fastest person on the field and win every single game. Thank you, Shane. All right, good. Just making sure that was taken care of. Okie dokie. Okay, so anyway, what were we talking about?
The shadow self. And how fear is basically just a secret that you keep from yourself. Is that anything?
All right. One more at YouTube and we're about to block them. Hold on 1 sec.
Yeah, okay.
Canned spinach. Pardon my language, but this stuff sucks dick. And I mean the bad way, like rape.
I don't like how much I can hear him breathing.
My mom has been in town for the past 2 days, and if it wasn't for the program, I don't think I would have survived. Thank you, Guru. Namaste from Nigel Pennyweather. Namaste to you. Namaste to you. I had a dream I had sex with myself. Is that the same thing as shadow self, Phil Z74? I'm going to throw that to you.
I think that is that's a confrontation with the self. So the shadow self is whatever it is that you're repressing, whether it be good or bad things. So if you are afraid of having sex with yourself, then I guess.
All right, there we go. 1 second. There. Pull this out.
You writing
Affirmation
a
for
research paper?
fellas. Hold on, Nadine. I'll get you. I've been just kind of trying to take care of this YouTube shit real quick.
That was the affirmation.
Communal vision, real quick. One cannot appreciate the light without the shadow. It takes both to make a form, and its quality depends on our understanding of this shadow. I like drawing tonal art. I'll shut up now, says Expand the Man. Namaste.
That's true.
Real quick communal vision from Cheen. Cheen saying, it fucking smells like shit over here at YouTube. Namaste. Namaste. It feels like that. Every time I step in there, it's like, it's ripe. It's got a ripeness to it. Namaste. Now, okay, there. We're good. Real quick communal vision from Nigel Pennyweather. You sweating, Leslie? Shit. Namaste. I mean, I'm wearing a turtleneck. We don't have AC on. That's pretty much par for the course during an exploration.
It's the cocaine and it's Celsius. He's having it come down.
What'd you say?
It's the cocaine that you put in your Celsius.
And the Celsius. The cherry cola Celsius? Holy moly.
Yeah.
Now, listen. I'll go ahead and wrap up everything that we need to know on this call. Now, you...
I barely spoke.
So, yeah. So, anyway, so you said... You talked about your social life and how it's not... It's pretty small, right? You got a small social circle.
Yeah. Why do you think I'm on Discord all the time?
Yes, exactly. Now, if you're looking for the power of the next level, the unknown is actually very close. It's the rest of the world. Phil Z74, Leslie's got the soppiest geesh on the internet. Phil Z74, thanks so much, buddy. Appreciate that. Now, it's the rest of the world, okay? Michaela, it is every person that you're not friends with, and that is about everyone on Earth except for 5 people.
Mm-hmm.
Not counting Discord. We're not counting Discord right now because explorations, the relationships that we have here are something else entirely. They're much more intense. They can't be viewed through such trite labels as what we can use for the rest of our lives. So listen, if you're looking for the power of the next level, you need to tap in to how fucking scared you are of people in general and social interaction.
I'm actually not. I mean, I struggle to maintain relationships.
Why is that?
I don't know. People live in different places, and I'm like, hey, what's up? And they say, hey, what's up? And then nothing happens.
And why don't you follow up more?
It's hard to find common ground.
Why is that?
Well, okay. When you were like in school and stuff, it's like, oh, we're both in school. That's our thing. And we're going to see each other.
Psychic emergency.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer Philzy74 to issue a psychic emergency. Cheer 300, hey, what's up? Repeat. Cheer 300, hey, what's up? We now continue with your normal broadcast.
Listen, you're talking about common ground, and you're saying it's hard to find common ground with, because if you were in school, you could say like, hey, I'm in school, you're in school, we're in school, common framework, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
people you see every day.
I've got some news for you. You're in school.
Okay, but it's community college, right? Like, I don't know. You don't see these people around.
Like, you can, though. That's the thing about friends. There's something else. We got to tap into this. This This is, I'm telling you, if we pull the metal detector out here, you've been terminated. Imagine a giant hook pulling Clown Girl off stage and the audience cheering and getting jiggy with it and celebrating the end of the call. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you?
We weren't done. We weren't done, Leslie.
Listen, if you put a metal detector over this weird, nondescript mound in your spiritual life, we are going to find much metal. We're going to find much treasure, much power. We might strike oil if we dig a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to tap into the fear. You've been terminated again.
Oh my God.
I think it does it. Yeah, it must do it twice. 2 for 1 over
doing
YouTube.
More shopping online these days than ever before.
2 for 1 at YouTube for some reason right now. Caller, welcome to Explorations. This is Leslie. What's something I can call you?
It's me. It's still me.
Listen, you are scared. You're terrified of something. And we got to find out what it is, because after we find that fear and allow you to embody that fear, you are going to unleash a phoenix-like power that you're sitting on an oil field right now, okay?
I think this isn't very funny to the audience. I think we're getting a little too real, which might be why I'm getting terminated.
What, you're getting too much? I think it's just because this is like a 20-minute call, and I had to keep people from saying the N-word on YouTube.
Is that what was happening?
Yeah, that's what was happening. They kept typing the goddamn N-word, so I had to pause and ban and Sheen was doing everything. Sheen was on top of it immediately.
You not have moderators in YouTube?
Not as we don't watch that one as closely all the time, which is what the note that I made that we have to go over the mod meeting is we got to get Chatterino in this bitch. Mm-hmm. Anyway, you have been terminated again. Namaste. 708-240-8953. 708-240-8953. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I could call you?
Who has this many terminations?
Yeah, it's not even one person. It's just a community of people that are saying, I'm tired of listening to you. Larry Picklejar terminated you with the message with Z's, like he was sleeping and snoring, like old school style.
Let's talk about something else then.
Honk shoe is what he said, and terminated again. Someone going to be faster than her?
No experts, no answers.
Namaste. Caller, welcome to Explorations.
It's me. It's me.
Okay.
How many? Okay. Should we should we talk about something else, or like?
No,
what?
we ran the course. I'll be honest with you. We ran the course of the call. I gave you some really tremendous guidance, and I think and right now we're just kind of you just keep calling. Oh, so you hung up. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. We have a couple communal visions coming in from Fram. Can we workshop blocks again? Can we workshop blocks?
Please.
I'm not.
Please block some of my audience members. I'm sorry, I shared your channel with mine.
Brother,
no. I'm gonna take blame for the end towers, and I've already yelled at them, Leslie.
Listen, no. You hold on a second. We got some communal visions, and we're gonna chat about this. I don't want you to apologize for a damn thing. Larry Picklejar, caller, how does it feel to make Dave's call seem fun and funny? Okay, so that was for Michaela. That was for Michaela. And then before that we had. Let's see here. Duncan did it. Quote, Fram, can we workshop blocks again? Duncan did it, said, thirsty little clown. Okay, interesting stuff. Now listen, caller, this is Leslie. Welcome to Explorations. What's something I can call you tonight?
You can call me Granny.
Granny. Namaste, Granny. How you doing tonight?
Namaste and blessings to you.
And so you were saying something just a second ago about sharing a link to this stream, and you feel as if your followers were the flux of slurs.
No, I know that they were, and I apologize for them, and they've been thoroughly yelled at, and they deserve to be banned.
Well, namaste. Listen, listen, I don't know if they can still watch or listen to me right now, but I want to tell you my real thoughts on the use of very harsh language like that. Because it's important we clear this up. It's important we clear this up, and we make sure we're exact about our beliefs, and we don't just accept the terms of service of these platforms into the depths of our soul. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay,
of course,
so
yeah.
to be clear, if I could be on Twitch and YouTube and which is the only place that you can financially sustain a program like this, because this requires a fair number of resources and growing and increasingly so over time. Now, if I could exist on these platforms and let the leash out, and we all just let everything that's in our hearts just sing a song of hatred into the air, and really discuss it, really have a program about it. Lord, Granny, I would do it every day. I would do it every day. But we gotta
just shoot dogs and say the N-word.
I mean, maybe I would hope that we don't just say the N-word all the time, even if we let the leash out. But I'm just saying, like, if we could say yes to the universe and yes to the heart of humanity, we are by like categorically we'll be saying yes to a lot of awful things like that. And I wish that I could bend the TOS that way. I wish I could tap into people's power in a way that the TOS is very limiting, but such as it is, we unfortunately got to bring the hammer down on these jackals.
Right, and again, yes, you need to bring the hammer down on them, and they fucking deserve it. And I wanted to call to tell you that yes, they 100% deserve it, and they were doing it because they were trying to fuck up our interaction. Because I've reached out to you. I would like to have you on so that we can share, our thoughts with another reverend.
Absolutely, Granny. Yes. I would love to, as we discussed. I would absolutely love to. If listen, there's no worry about them fucking up anything. I understand how this works. You can't control a bunch of random assholes who watch you online, right?
Yeah.
You can't.
But yeah, I can't do it, and so maybe some people don't enjoy my gimmick, some people don't enjoy yours, and that's the thing. But I thoroughly enjoy yours, and I have a great time watching your show.
Oh, Granny, I love hearing that. And I remember, you were on the program a couple months ago. This is, several months ago. And it was great interacting with you. I would love to continue interacting with you. The synergy in the air is undeniable. And also, in addition to that, you mentioned people not getting any sort of gimmick. You can't.
This isn't a gimmick. This is you. This is me.
Exactly. You can't listen. Some people, they've got so much sour milk in the core of their heart that when and so much darkness inside of them that once you bring a genuine source of light to them, Granny, as I'm sure you're familiar with as a leader in your community, that they resent that light. Does that make sense? Does that resonate with you?
Yeah, I'm a spiritual leader in this community.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And I have to guide these people.
Right.
I'm the deacon. I'm the deacon of the Dabbleverse.
Exactly. And there's people that get used to seeing a certain thing or other on the screen, and then when they see something else maybe that illuminates a different part of their heart, and they hate it. Oh my goodness gracious! You've been terminated, Granny. Though we'll be in touch though. Blessings and namaste.
Namaste.
Phil's U74. Suspected cop humper, says Fran Weird. Suspected cop humper. Interesting stuff. Thank you so much for those bits, though. And thank you for much just letting your voice be heard. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
You can call me Dinky, the Dick Destroyer.
Dinky the Dick Destroyer. Namaste to you. Welcome back to the program, Dinky. How are we tonight?
Oh, I'm just doing terribly tonight, Guru.
Beautiful. Absolutely terrible. And to you, terrible is good.
That's right. That's right, Leslie.
Phil Z74. Granny, not going to lie, you sound kind of like a weak piece. Get your horde of nerds under control. Listen. I understand. I appreciate the protective impulse here. But there is nothing that we can do as leaders in our respective communities that we can't control any of these retards that watch our program. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And if I could let any of those jackals or rapists come onto this program and really let their heart sing all the discordant notes of discontent in their soul, Lord, I would love to play some jazz with them. But as it is, they threatened the program itself, and they got their due comeuppance. Namaste. Now. So Dinky the Dick Destroyer doing terrible, which because he's so dark and twisted means he is actually doing very good. Because what's bad is good to him, and what's good to other normal people is bad to him. Is that right? Did I say that right?
You got that exactly right, Guru, and that's why I'm calling.
Namaste. So talk to me about that. That's why you're calling. Yeah, tell me what's on your mind, Dinky.
Well, I saw the topic, the border of understanding and non-understanding, because to me, understanding is non-understanding.
So to you, non-understanding is understanding, and understanding is non-understanding.
That's right.
Wow, interesting stuff. So what you understand, you don't understand, and what you don't understand, you understand.
That's right, Guru. In a way, I just luck through life every single day.
And is there something off the top of that noggin, an example that you could give us tonight? Maybe an example of something that you don't understand that you actually understand?
Yes, the complexities of sexual relationships.
So that's something you don't understand. But because you don't understand, you understand it.
That's right, Guru.
Okay, can you give me an explanation since you understand it?
Yeah, my understanding is that it's like two dolls squishing each other.
Okay, yeah. So you were molested. It all costs money. Has the caller thought about trying originality and not pretending to be this character that is hung up on some childhood sexual trauma? All costs money. You read my mind. But I mean, I wouldn't. I love the affectations. You have been terminated by Larry Pickle Jar. Namaste. Interesting stuff. Yeah, it all costs money. We are weirdly connected. Weirdly connected. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's up that I can call you tonight?
Oh my God, Leslie, I'm on. Oh my God.
It's Best Friend Toaster. Namaste. Namaste.
Leslie. Dude, it has been hell trying to get a call in, man. These people are calling in. These people are quick. I gotta step up my game because I've kind of been sitting back the last couple of months, letting these other people get their voices heard because you know how I used to be. I used to always call in first caller of the day. I used to kind of hog the lines too, and I kind of noticed that, and I said, okay, I'm too good at this. Let's dial it back. Let's give these other people a chance. Let's let the community grow.
It's very generous of you.
But then, yeah, and then recently though, like last week and this week, or last episode and this episode, I was trying to call in and I can't get in, and I'm like, oh shit, did I lose my touch, or is this a new age?
You've been terminated by Phil Z. 708-240-8953. caller. Welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's up that I can call you tonight?
Hello, Guru. This is Dark Duncan.
Dark Duncan, back on the program. How are you doing?
I'm back, and I'm mad.
Phil Z74 message saying, suck my ass for toaster. Saying, suck my ass toaster. So Dark Duncan is doing bad. Brother Dark Duncan, why are you doing bad tonight? Talk to me about that.
I'm doing wonderfully. I'm angry. I'm mad.
Mad? Oh, you're mad. What are you mad about?
I'm mad that all these people are wasting all this dark energy. It's powering up my power tools. I feel great.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful. No. So this dark energy. Give me an example of dark energy being wasted before I take you into the theme, though. What's this dark energy being wasted?
All this racism, all these new people wasting all their talent and their energy trying to just get attention. Just take those dark forces and just channel them into one thing. Don't spread it around. Focus up, bitches.
So that's funny. So Dark Duncan reaching out to the racists. If there are racists in the chat right now, Dark Duncan reaching out to you saying that the energy that you're expending by being racist can be channeled towards what exactly?
Take the racism and create wonderful things with it. Do origami. Make racist origami. Don't just go online and waste your racism.
What's an example of?
Asses.
Can you think of an example of racist origami that you?
Yeah, do one crane with an N on it. Do one turtle with an I on it. Do one.
Sure, we see where we're going. We see where you're going.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. And I appreciate that. So, but listen, I am gonna butt in a little bit, and I am gonna say that I don't know if that's gonna work. So I work with a lot of racist people in my community. I get referred a lot of people with. My area has got a lot of whites, very secluded, and the substance abuse problems, abusive childhoods. They've got all this anger, all this resentment, and it kind of channels up.
It's like it's like a foam in the air.
Yeah, exactly. So, and when I'm working with them, we got to work with the racist energy. You're right in that respect. There's that energy is there. All right, and what do we do with it, though? We got to understand it, and what do we do with it? Phil Z74, try to bang a great white, says Phil Z74.
The shark?
I guess. Well, this is kind of, Phil Z74, you're not on my path right now, so let me finish this point. Spelling slurs out in origami, like folded paper, in order to do something beautiful or positive with, racist thoughts and feelings is pretty much the same as being like a sexual predator and like knitting the word rape or something. You see I see where you're going. It's not completely mistaken, but ultimately, I don't think that the people that you're targeting with this strategy are really going to resonate with what you're giving them. You see what I'm saying?
You're misunderstanding. I'm saying take that negative energy and make something beautiful. Give the world something beautiful with your racism. With your virginity, you won't give the goods up. So, if you're a desperate virgin, right, on the internet, teach the world to dance like a virgin. Do something. Dress up like a clown. I don't know.
No. Listen, you're almost there. You're taking the right step in saying yes to the racist energy. You've got to say yes. And from a mental health standpoint, Now listen, if this is upsetting to you and you got to do earmuffs and you got to pretend like the world can be purified of racism and hatred and bigotry and from a mental health perspective, you don't need to take a long, hard look at what it is, where it's coming from, and be honest with yourself on how to work with it. If that's too much for you, close the tab. Go ahead and head out of here, because what we are about to do is critical to tapping into the power of the next level. Now,
okay,
I think what you're talking about is a step in the right direction, right? Step in the right direction to see the energy. Is it, good for a moment? Let's set aside our judgments of good or bad energy, or dark or light energy, right? When you see death and decay and flatulence and flaccidity and just in impotence, regardless of gender, regardless of age, regardless of anything. And then over here you see energy.
Yeah.
There's something to energy that we want to say yes to. Energy itself is powerful. Now, at some point, yes, we must tap into these parts of our mind that judge it to be good or bad. But from a mental health perspective, we need to set aside those things for a moment in order to clarify how we deal with that energy. In this case, racism. Well, real quick, we got a psychic emergency happening right now. One moment.
The commander says now the rabid red dog has eyes that glow to match its fur. Whistling after dusk is outlawed. Repeat. Cheer 300 military has pulled back as all offensive tactics have only made Clifford the big red dog bigger and angrier. The commander says now the rabid red dog has eyes that glow to match its fur. Whistling after dusk is outlawed. We now continue with your normal broadcast.
Namaste. Thanks so much, Yahoo Serious, bringing us, keeping us abreast of the escalating Clifford situation. Namaste and blessings. Really appreciate that. And raising that to the level of psychic emergency, very, very generous of you. I really appreciate your presence tonight. Now, Jin brings up a point that it kind of illuminates what I'm trying to get at. Jin said, I'm going to challenge you on this, Jin. Racists don't want to give the world anything, Duncan. Do you agree with that?
I'm struggling because I know we're all innately racist, but it's how we react to it, right? And so I flew off the handle and called in a rage, but to be honest with you, Guru, this is Duncan, and I'm working with my therapist to embrace Dark Duncan and when to bring him out.
See, you know what I'd love to see? You know what I'd love to see, Duncan?
I'm struggling. Yes.
And your therapist, I would imagine, is not going to help you on this front. I'd love to see Dark Duncan get racist.
How? Why?
Because he's dark. You said it yourself, everybody's racist, right? And you've got this dark persona who does and says bad things, right? Hello? What race are you?
I'm Italian.
Okay. So listen, the world is your oyster. Italians are racist as fuck. You can just go nuts.
And to what end, though? All this racism on the show is infuriating me.
Why is it infuriating you?
Because it's hurtful, and it does. There's no joy there.
I mean, have you? You don't share its joy. I'll say that. But I've known quite a few joyful racists in my time as a therapist.
I don't see how being racist will make me happy.
Maybe
how can I?
Well, Dark Duncan isn't happy, right?
I guess not. I guess every time I feel the feelings of Dark Duncan, I get enraged and I get frustrated at something.
Right, but that's Light Duncan.
but it leads to Dark Duncan.
Exactly.
Then are you saying I need to revel in that hurt and pain?
I think you got to let Dark Duncan be Dark Duncan, is what I'm saying.
I don't know how to do that, Guru.
Exactly. It's difficult. You're asking the question how as a kind of as a defense against something, and it's gonna take time. It's gonna be difficult. All right, you don't like Dark Duncan, and that's something to think about. I don't. That's something to think about. Yahoo Serious, isn't Dark Duncan inherently racist just in name? Well, depending on how darkness would flesh out, yeah. There's room for it, certainly speaking.
I could say Yahoo Serious is racist too, because that's basically making fun of a Australian comedian that sucks. So,
who's the Australian comedian that sucks?
Yahoo Serious.
Interesting.
It's kind of a deep dive, Guru. Yeah.
Philzy74, hey caller, what if I volunteer to be your slave? Does that help? Does that help at all?
Phil, if your wife doesn't want you, I'm not going to find any value in you either.
Interesting. Yeah, that honestly, that was maybe the most hurtful thing that you could have said to Phil.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just not feeling happy right now.
Yeah, right. Well, that's your relationship with Dark Duncan. You don't like Dark Duncan.
But I want to be one thing.
Exactly.
I want to be at peace.
Exactly. Now let's work little bit by little bit. You called up angry about racism, and I certainly understand where that's coming from. But you yourself are trying to integrate Dark Duncan. Let's let Dark Duncan be Dark Duncan. Okay? I don't think Dark Duncan would make arts and crafts with white supremacists.
I think what I'll do, I think this is my homework. I'm going to go to Starbucks and scream at the white women. And then I'll go to Home Depot and I'll scream at the Mexicans. And then I will go to Church's Chicken and scream at the black people.
Yes.
And see if I get anywhere.
Brother, this is tremendous. I mean, that light Duncan thought of a character, sort of a character study for Dark Duncan to explore that dimension. Brother, I'm so happy.
I would have never thought to just be overtly racist to find myself unless we talked.
Brother, there it is. And that's the power of the program, ladies and gentlemen.
Namaste.
Namaste, Duncan. Namaste.
Namaste.
Wow. Tremendous. Affirmation for men. Listen, Home Depot lets you do whatever. You don't got to wear shoes. You can even probably show your balls a little bit. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Hey, Leslie, it's Toaster. Checking back in.
Rexler, namaste. Welcome back. Aristotle rating. Toaster, we were just rated by Aristotle.
Oh, congratulations. Yay.
Yay. Guys, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Aristotle, thanks so much for bringing your crew here. Namaste. Guys, shout out Aristotle. Shout out Aristotle. Tremendous programming over there. Fun, engaging, a lot of philosophy talk. If you like that kind of bullshit, I do. I do. But if you do like that, if you like that talk, go ahead. You're Toaster. What do you feel about Hegel?
I love you, Leslie. I love you, Leslie Tanner.
I love you too, Toaster. What do you feel about? Plato?
Oh, haven't really played with Play-Doh in a while. I used to like it as a young adult, but now that as I've gotten in my 30s, I've kind of grown out of it. But Leslie, I have so much to say. I have so much to tell you. Can I continue with my?
Yes, please, Toaster. It's great to hear you. I'd love to just hear from you.
Yes. So anyway, as I was saying when I called in earlier, like, gosh, golly, it's so hard to get a call in these days because the new age of callers are so quick. You know.
I know.
These kids that, man, like, never felt old until this whole situation.
Success
but you
is
remember back
fun
in the day
and
when I
feels
was
good
callers,
because you are good when you do it.
Okay, that was a quick one.
Yeah, hey, you remember back in the day when I was first caller of the day, every single episode, and I could even get last caller of the
I
day.
believe it was
when I
Stephen
wanted.
Hawking who famously posed the question of whether a penis could be so big it could have sex with its own ass.
And the answer is yes. And that's actually maybe the most effective analogy for being in general. How's that for some philosophy? How's that for some Aristotle Raiders, huh? How's that? How's that? Huh?
I have a recurring dream
Quote.
in which my body is taken against its will by a large, dark pink flower floating above my childhood home. I convulse and shoot foam from every hole until I shrivel up like a craisin. It's excruciating, each and every.
Namaste. Thanks so much for that quote. Okay, now
Leslie.
communal vision. Communal vision.
Okay, what is it?
Now that the communal visions cost 200 bits, do you answer them?
That's to me?
That's to you.
I didn't know they cost 200 bits now. Oh, is that why they weren't going through? Because I was sending you communal visions the other.
You were
episode,
not sending me
and-
bits.
Yes, I was.
No, you weren't. You sending me Phil Z74. Somehow Toaster has aged and still sounds like he has a hairless cat with no pubes.
They used to have AIDS.
No. Somehow Toaster has aged.
Aged.
Not
I like the way you
AIDS.
said that. I like the way you said that. Aged.
Aged. Yeah, it was fun, right?
Aged. Leslie, I have a couple announcements to make. A couple of announcements to make, or a couple announcements to make.
Okay, sounds good. And then we'll get into the theme, right?
And then we'll get into the theme because I know that's important to you, and I want to do my part. But the first announcement is, first of all, let's seriously cut the racism out.
Can we cut the what
not
out?
Funny. Cut the racism out, seriously. First announcement.
Okay, well, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Are you talking about like just human beings in the world? Just stop. Real quick affirmation for these. There is no mountain that you. Let's do it. Let's get another one for these real quick. That one caught me off guard. I hadn't thought, honestly, I hadn't thought of a non-binary person, even that it like could exist in about a half an hour. So that one caught me off guard. Let's take another swing at that. Days, listen. Skip the probiotic phase. Get away from all the probiotics. Skip it. You don't need that. You don't need that in your life. It's bullshit. Let's do one. I want to make sure.
Why? No, why? That's enough. That's good. That's good.
No,
Let's just keep
listen.
Let's go through the announcements. I got to get these announcements, Leslie.
Skip the probiotic phase. Skip the kombucha. It doesn't do anything. All right? Skip. What's the U after that? Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
That was good. That was great.
That felt good.
But
yeah,
anyway,
go ahead.
that was okay. So that was the first one.
Okay, but wait, I want to clear that up. When you say stop racism, are you just saying, hey, world, stop it?
I mean, yeah, if we could make that happen, like, what better place than to do it here on the Leslie Tanner program?
I mean, that's a fairy tale. I mean, I would not do that. I would not do that.
Let me just amend that statement. I can think of one better place. I would want to do that on my Twitch channel first and foremost.
Well,
If we can't do it on
congratulations.
mine-
If I
if we
could
can't
cure
do it on
cancer,
mine-
if I could cure cancer, if I could make everybody be able to drive a cool little car and stuff, yeah, I'd be doing that.
Okay, Leslie, listen, you don't have to comment off of every announcement. I'm trying to get
No,
through
this is
these
an
announcements,
important
okay?
one. This is an important one.
Yeah, it's important. It is important. It is important. But like,
Okay,
we
so
can
you
talk
want to
about it
stop
later.
racism. Okay, got it.
I want to stop racism first and foremost. And like, of course, maybe we're not going to do that this call, but it's something
You're not going to do
maybe,
it.
I mean, maybe I'll do a Stop Racism stream. Maybe that's the next project, because I've been doing a lot of different things, Leslie. I've been doing art. I've been doing ramen streams. I've been doing.
Toaster, you're better than this.
What?
You're better than this.
What?
You're going to devote your talents, and you're going to do a Stop Racism stream?
I mean, I'm trying. I'm in kind of my experimental phase.
You think racists are going to show up to a Stop Racism stream?
I'm still look. There's a lot. I mean, I'm gonna have a meeting with my moderators perhaps, and we can like talk about how we're gonna do it. It's not something you just wing. You can't just wing it. But like you're getting hung up on this, Leslie. I have more announcements to make.
All right, let's go. Let's go to the next one. Communal Vision, real quick from Pepperoncini Guru. Remember, we needed to unfollow him for playing music on his art stream. Oh yeah, that's right.
Tell me about that, because I heard some rumors about this whole.
I was given like a 5 to 10 year plan for being on Twitch. I was saying it out loud, and I said like the number one reason that I want to become one of those like 10 to 20,000 per night watch streams is so that I can raid you with 17,000 people of you with a hot dog thing that's like got its head cocked to the side, and you just kind of apologizing for 45 minutes with no music. That's what I said.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Normally, I don't do music. I don't like playing music while I stream. I just like and streamers with music in the background constantly pisses me off.
Well, it pisses me off too. And with you, that's part of your power, is that on your stream, the music is implied in the silence. There's a music to your silence because you're such a powerful streamer. Now, when I heard that you were playing music on our stream, though, I was alarmed. I started calling you a sellout.
Listen. I get it, and like I said, I'm in my experimental phase right now. I'm trying things.
Communal Vision from Fram, we are toast. Speaking of your moderation team, big news to share with you soon. I'm scared.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this. Fram's been like showing some Gemini type shit energy lately. I love the suspense, because he keeps saying big announcement coming up. Can't wait to tell you I'm scared type shit, and that's like Gemini language. So I love that from Fram. And also, yeah, the music thing though. Like, I regret it, and it's not something I normally ever do, and I think it's good to kind of like try things, you know, and experiment a little bit and have an open mind, but let's just say it's going to be a long time until I play music on my stream again.
All right, well,
anyway,
that's good to hear. Because I was what I was going to do. If you were going to keep playing music, I was going to do a shout out, but I was going to say everybody unfollow Toaster.
No.
That's what I was going to do. But I like hearing that you've got to change a tune about this music business. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, well,
okay.
And you know what? I'm glad I said all that before you threatened me like that, because then I would look weak, like I'm just not going to do the music just because you threatened me. But at least I got in before the threat.
You did, and you look strong.
And
independent.
And
cool.
I have more announcements.
And handsome.
If I could just get through my announcement list, I have a few more. Third announcement is why hasn't anyone told me about the ice cream flavor quiz? I want to take the ice cream flavor quiz. I'm the ice cream guy. Does anyone want to know what my ice cream flavor is? I want to take the ice cream flavor quiz. Why hasn't anyone told me?
I don't know.
Okay, and the next announcement is, this is a big one.
Okay, is this the last one? Because we're 11 and a half minutes in, and we haven't even touched the theme.
There's 4 more announcements. Okay, let's just get through.
Oh my God. Philzy74. Okay. I have an announcement. Toaster removed me as a mod on his stupid stream. Unfollow.
I explained this to Phil over and over again. If he doesn't get it by now, then he's lost. He's truly lost. And I'm not going to waste your time and your viewers' time explaining it once more.
Toaster, the signs are as real as a dragon dildo making its way up your rectum on OnlyFans. Please shut your third eye and dry up that pineal gland. The guru said to unfollow Toaster. The channel is What's Up Cats Up.
Okay, well, look, I said my piece. It is what it is, and I'm gonna not play music as long as I feel like it's a good idea. And if I do play music, it's because I wanted to try it again. So if I do, it's
okay. You've been terminated. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Hey, Leslie, you know, one thing I still got is my quick callback hand. You know me, I can always call back instantly. No
Fastest, I know, you're the fastest callback. Well, I don't know, Michaela and Dave were both pretty fast tonight, too.
Okay, well, good for them. They're not as fast as me. They got a lot to learn. Look, I know they're the up-and-coming, like, new talents and stuff. Well, Michaela, Dave's old and
okay, Yahoo Serious ordering nothing. Namaste.
Okay, anyway. Okay, but the next
announcement?
Next announcement? Ready? Leslie? Leslie? Hello? Leslie? Hello? Am I going through?
Yep, and we're back.
Okay.
No, it was Yahoo Serious had nothing, so we had a period of nothing.
Oh, wait, okay. You weren't answering me. I was calling for you.
No, our relationship to nothingness is paramount here at the program, and you need to understand how important that is, okay?
Okay, if I could just get through, like, I'll give you, like, one more announcement, and maybe I'll pick up the next ones on next episode or something.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
Sound?
Let's go ahead.
Okay. Okay, the next announcement, this is a big one. I think I finally understand Dinky. So, like, what makes him so twisted, right, is that normally most people want good things, and most people don't want bad things.
Sure, yeah.
But to Dinky, the bad things are good, and the good things are bad. So he actually likes bad things.
Okay, well, you've been terminated.
Makes...
Namaste, thanks. So that final announcement just being... Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Hey, this is Mikey.
This is Mikey?
Yes.
Mikey, welcome to the program. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing great.
That's great. So Mikey, how's tonight we're talking about the border of understanding and non-understanding.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
So what kind of...
Well, I don't understand anything.
Nothing. Mikey doesn't understand anything.
Nothing.
Do you understand how to read?
No.
No, I
don't.
Do you understand how to drive?
People are doing more shopping online these days than ever before.
It's a repeat. I'll give you another one.
There's a bunch of symbols going up on the screen here, and I don't know what they're
academics
saying.
who take
Yeah,
it
one
upon
second. We got a
themselves
quote.
to raise awareness of why we are attracted to breasts. They are a special kind of demonic force that should be put into camps, forced to fight, starved to death, etc.
So we got another quote coming in.
Okay.
Weak, castrated men will shout that everyone needs to jack off less, or worse yet, stop jacking off altogether as a means of remedying spiritual ills. They are in desperate need of a mature man to tell them that the only way out is through more.
That was a good one. And we got another one.
Oh my gosh.
Communal vision real quick. Phil Z74, Mikey, are you going to the prom? Would you like to go with me?
Of course I will. I've been waiting for you to ask, Philip. I'll pick you up at 8.
Okay, another quote.
If I played professional football, I'd just be the strongest and fastest person on the field and win every single game.
You have a lot of quotes.
Yep,
there.
I do, and they're really great. A lot of beautiful stuff, I say.
Canned
Another
spinach. Pardon my language, but this stuff sucks dick. And I mean the bad way, like rape.
one. And that one also is very...
No amount
Exact.
of insight or expertise can
Hold on,
prepare
quote.
you for the depth of failure that accompanies looking really scared and shitting your pants before you pass away.
Beautiful. There's another beautiful one that I said. And another one?
Running people over
Oh
should be
my
a
gosh.
misdemeanor if you're on CBD.
I've been trying to get signatures together for that for years at this point. Years. We got another quote.
Seen a lethally massive
Oh my gosh.
autistic man cry from having his chakras cleansed? It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I can do this.
I think they're pulling filibuster.
And then we've got another quote.
Progress where? Conserve what? In what direction and to what extent? Once again, far better to have a severe intellectual disability and a loaded gun than carry these fairy tales around.
And we've got a psychic emergency.
Oh my gosh.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer Yahoo Sirius 444 to issue a psychic emergency. Cheer 300, the local elementary, has reported that Clifford the big red dog is capable of separating his upper and lower jaw to swallow a school bus. Teachers on site say his waggy happy tail is a lie. Lunch ladies drew the colossal crimson creature into the cafeteria with sloppy joes and after spinning around 3 times has fallen asleep. Repeat. Cheer 300, the local elementary, has reported that Clifford the big red dog is capable of separating his upper and lower jaw to swallow a school bus. Teachers on site say his waggy happy tail is a lie. Lunch ladies drew the colossal
The college
crimson creature
educated
into the
should be kept
cafeteria
away
with
from
sloppy
politics,
joes and
the
after
same way
spinning
a
around 3
schizophrenic
times has
should be
fallen
steered
asleep.
away from the
We
Bible.
now continue with your
They
normal
need
broadcast.
our help.
What is this hell?
Namaste. Beautiful. And you've been terminated. Namaste. 708-240-8953. Space Cat 3 with the raid. Namaste, Raiders. Thanks so much for joining us here on Explorations. Namaste to you. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
My name is Mikey. Keep a good man down.
All right, so Mikey, what's on your mind tonight?
Well, you know, I was just
Quote.
looking.
Sometimes I just stare for up to an hour at my biceps, triceps, lats, and quads to help manifest gains.
We got one more quote coming up.
Nightmares
You guys
are a
really
real
hate me,
number.
huh?
Nightmares are a real number. Now, this is really going through the greatest.
Progress where? Conserve what? In what direction and to what extent? Once again, far better to have a severe intellectual disability and a loaded gun than carry these fairy tales around.
So what's actually quick affirmation for women. Listen. I'm genuinely envious of you. The power derived from your misery it dwarfs that of anyone that is not cursed with your lot. Namaste. I genuinely mean it. We've got a nice little blossom happening. Blessings and namaste.
The most valuable advice I give to my clients, especially under duress or experiencing crisis, is to try their best to act normal for as long as possible.
Real quick affirmation for these. I swear to God, if you get into like hiking and get those like thick smart wool socks that wick the sweat off, change your life. Okay. Quote,
I have a recurring dream in which my body is taken against its will by a large, dark pink flower floating above my childhood home. I convulse and shoot foam from every hole until I shrivel up like a craisin. It's excruciating, each and every
quote,
weak, castrated men will shout that everyone needs to jack off less, or, worse yet, stop jacking off altogether as a means of remedying spiritual ills. They are in desperate need of a mature man to tell them
listen,
that
these
the
quotes
only
are
way
beautiful.
out
When people are
is
hungry for them
through
and thirsty for them, they can't get enough. We got another
the
one.
college educated should be kept away
There
from
are
politics.
more
the
quotes
same
than
way
are showing
a
up. It keep
schizophrenic
picking
should
the
be
same
steered
number.
away from the Bible. They need our help.
All right, so listen, Mikey.
We are not the universe observing itself. No. We are the universe enduring itself, tolerating itself.
Namaste.
You seem like a broken man, Leslie.
No, I'm very ecstatic that everyone is so hungry and thirsty for these very beautiful things that I've said. Nigel Pennyweather, caller, how did marsupials make it to North America from Australia?
I brought them there on a boat.
And another
Human
quote.
sexuality is debasing and hideous, and yet the ideas of transcendence or liberation provide a glimpse into an even deeper human perversion.
Communal vision from Phil Z74. I blame Peroncini. So anyway, we got another communal vision. Caller, have your testicles dropped yet? You sound like it is past your bedtime.
Not quite. My mom says that they're supposed to drop in about 5 years. I was born a little early.
Okay, well. Oh, man, you've been terminated. Namaste. 708-240-8953. 708-240-8953. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
It's Phil.
Phil, good to hear from you, Phil. Guys, it's Phil
Hey, buddy.
Z74 calling back on the program. Phil, great to have you. How are you tonight?
Oh, I'm so good. Dude, I'm just living and loving. Love the one you're with. You know that song? And so your callers are really terrible tonight. Did you know that?
I cherish my callers. I disagree. Every single person that comes to me, every single person that comes to me comes to me on a very particular part of their sojourn with the explicit request to combine our sojourns together. I say yes to them.
How many topics did you get to?
We got to topic once.
Nobody does it. Nobody does it like Phil.
All right, Phil. Well, let's not mess around. Let's not mess around then, Phil. Let's get right to it.
That's what I'm telling you. Here I am.
The border of understanding and non-understanding. Talk to me, Phil. When I say those words, what
The callers are the non-understanders, bro.
No, that's the thing. Each and every single one of us, just like all of us are racist, all of us understand some things and not understand other things. And you've been terminated by Yahoo Serious. Guys, what a perfect opportunity for me to take a pee break, guys. Allow this moment to sort of reset your mind's eye, but also stick around for a couple words about my very special inner circle, my community of devoted light at patreon.com, where I host my library, a growing library of exclusive materials. All the music that you hear on the program can be downloaded and more. A monthly postcard, podcasts, videos, etc., both short and long form videos. I just put a half an hour long VHS tape on the Discord just a couple weeks ago. So guys, plenty of stuff to get to and a couple details about how you can join tonight. But in the meantime, I gotta piss. Sit tight just for a couple moments. We'll be back with the second half of our program tonight. Namaste.
Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Since Leslie and his program broke onto the scene, Explorations has become the #1 best-selling and most influential personal power program in modern history. Millions of people from all over the world have gotten a chance to meet this truly remarkable man and utterly transform their lives with the power of Explorations.
I listened to this introductory tape and I knew then and there, this is what I needed. I felt just so much better knowing there are a bunch of people out there suffering like me.
I'm not kidding you. I think after the first tape, I knew, okay, I'm gonna be fine.
I got such relief from the very beginning, starting the program.
Now that you've gotten a taste of what this program is capable of, it's time to show you how to take your life to the next level. Here to tell you more about what is possible is legally licensed clinical therapist, author, coach, speaker, entrepreneur, martial artist, amateur musician, one of the nation's foremost thinkers, and our guru, Leslie Tanner.
Good evening, everyone. Whether you've been with us since the very beginning and have watched Explorations work wonders in your life, or you're joining us for the first time tonight, I say namaste to you. As you've watched Explorations in action during our call-in show, no doubt your mind is reeling from the limitless potential you now know is possible. Between the tailored themes and lectures, to the myriad avenues of exploration through the channel points, to the customized ways to interact with me and the community, there simply has never been anything quite like this program. Now is usually the point in one of these self-help programs where it starts to sound like a sales pitch. Someone like me might normally say something like, "Listen, I know your time is precious. Let me cut to the chase." But there's only one problem with that. We know your time isn't precious. I could speak at length for hours and hours about absolutely nothing, and I still wouldn't be wasting your time because, well, you're here, looking for a fast, all-encompassing solution to the problems in your life that have become so intolerable, you're not sure what you're going to do. You may be considering any number of extreme decisions, ranging from short-term band-aids to more permanent solutions. However, as dark and bleak as your situation is, so too must our tools be bright and revolutionary. So whether you're tired and looking for more energy and enthusiasm for life, or maybe you're lonely and isolated but want better relationships, let me tell you that for these things and so much more, my breakthrough program of explorations to explore the universe and beyond really works. It's worked for elite performance athletes, critically acclaimed artists, best-selling authors, entrepreneurs, and for thousands of others just like you. I have been blessed by the universe for a brief moment that I now command upwards of $50,000 for speaking engagements. But through the technology of this program, you can hire me, Leslie Tanner, as your personal therapist, coach, and guru, all rolled into one at the Community of Devoted Light on patreon.com, where you and thousands of others just like you are learning to leverage the chaos around them to catapult their lives to heights that were previously unimaginable. Here's how it works. I've created a tightly knit community where individuals seeking to access the next level are able to study, reflect, meditate, and grow with an ever-expanding library of exclusive materials, each containing life-changing tools and techniques designed to explore topics covered here in our call-in show, but much more deeply, therefore increasing the benefits of the program exponentially. These materials include your name in the credits at the end of the stream, demonstrating the importance of your leadership and the value of your investment. A signed personal postcard sent out each month full of observations and witticisms by me, Leslie Tanner. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Exclusive video materials not available to the poor, designed to rocket your progress past those who cannot afford success. Here's a little sneak peek at what you're missing.
Now, the first thing I think of when I think of a hole, to be completely honest with everyone, is a sexual hole that I want to put my penis in. It's a thought that happens so fast and quiet that it hardly even happens. But since I've been doing my own meditation tapes, it's slowed my thoughts a little bit so that I can hear and see them.
Downloads of all specially crafted music used in our productions here and elsewhere that have accompanied your journey thus far. Tracks such as New Beginnings, Psychic Romance, Reaching into Darkness, or The Skeptic's Gamble. Exclusive archival prints such as these, channeled and honed by myself, Leslie Tanner, upon which you can guide your own meditations at home. I'm not an artist, nor do I claim to be. These visions are a burden and cause me immense suffering. But I do it for you. Now, you might expect that a program like this would cost thousands of dollars, but because I'm offering this to you through the internet, these life-transforming materials can be yours for the monthly cost of a few cups of coffee on your way to work. With access to these materials, regardless of your level of investment, you will also be receiving a complimentary download of our landmark track, The Sojourn Begins, as a thank you. So does this sound good to you? Well, what are you waiting for? If you are ready to join the thousands of others who have already committed to the final journey to access the next level, simply type Final Journey into the chat and you will be guided with further instructions. One thing I can promise you is that however massive your problems are, however abject and humiliating your life has become, I have created something so simple yet so profound in this program, you'll be absolutely flabbergasted by the results. Now, let's get back to the program. Namaste.
Namaste, everybody. Welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie Tanner, host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the most effective personal power program in the country. This is a ground zero of the rest of your life. Raiders, everybody that's sticking around, really beautiful number of people left during the infomercial, which is what I honestly prefer. I put that there as a test. For those of you, because now that we whittled ourselves down, to a small handful of the true explorers, the people who understand the effectiveness and the power of the program that they see on the screen. Those other people, those jackals, those dumbasses, they will continue to be lost. They will continue to look inward. They will continue to look inward on our community and see the power transforming the lives of those who are committing themselves to, and they'll wonder why their lives are so weak, so flaccid, so menial. Pigs. All 40 people left. 40. When I left, there were 149 people watching. Now there are 109 people. Pigs. Weak, weird pigs. Namaste, everybody. Namaste. I'm so glad that I'm glad that we got rid of them. I'm glad that we got rid of them. Namaste, guys. Let's open up the lines again. Exclamation point, Final Journey. Follow a couple dollars a month. You can get to the videos. There are several VHS tapes waiting for you to open, digitally speaking, in the library right now. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I could call you tonight? No answer. Okay. Next caller, 708-240-8953. 708-240-8953. Oh my goodness. Phil Z74, I'm going to have a dream sex with these unfollowing pigs. I love that. I love that. Namaste. Well, you know what has been triggered, and you know who is on the line. Namaste. Who are we talking to? Perfect timing, Wiki. How about you want to play a little bit of Jazz Express with me, brother?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that one.
All right, let's do it. Let's get a little started. So, guys, it's me, Leslie Tanner, with the one and only Wiki Wiva, getting settled in. Namaste. Namaste, everybody. Let's see what kind of jazz we can tickle up, huh? I feel tickly right now. How about you, brother?
That's what we make out of it, brother.
Wiki, how we doing tonight? How you feeling? How you feeling, physically speaking tonight?
I feel real good tonight, Guru. It's all coming through the veins. I'm just letting it flow, baby. Be like water.
Beautiful. And Wiki, you watch this whole stream, explore the unknown and the known, understanding and non-understanding. Where is that leaving you feeling in your mind as an explorer tonight?
Oh man, on this climb you're gonna find a lot of unknown, baby. You better be ready. Woo. The unknown you're gonna find, you better be ready to embrace. Woo. It's gonna be a tough ride, this climb. Woo, with the guru. We're gonna be careless up this mountain. We going to the end. It's gonna be an end in the mountain that never ends. Just keep running,
Namaste. Phil Z74, I'm dropping trowel faster than a politician. Interesting statement. What does that mean to you, Wiki?
I mean, he ready to go to work. He ready to put his little member and do dirty things to it. He ready to get his little ducky on. He ready to slap that little hand. Ham, egg, and cheese is what we gonna do. He's going all out. Drop a trowel that do something crazy gonna happen.
Namaste. When was the last time you rode a horse?
I took this girl about 6 months ago. We went out this place called Chevy Farm. I took her for a horse ride. I felt like Clint Eastwood, like what the movie is. When you looking around and I had on one of them little cowboy hats. I looked back at her and she looked back at me. I felt like Clint Eastwood. Woo. Felt really good. Really strange though.
Beautiful. You know, there's nothing quite like the first time that a young man rides a horse. That sensation of having a horse between them. A horse between them. Between those legs, the vibration, the contact with another animal, the sort of such a contact with not just an animal but a beast. Would you call a horse a beast, Wiki?
It is a brute beast. They are very intelligent to be a brute beast, though. They can really, they're perception. And they each got their own personality. They like a dance. They like doing them darn kitty cat or them doggies. Them horses just like that. They all got their own little system like us. Books and cool stuff. The kind of savvy stuff. And you know what reminds me? My neighbor came by one time and he showed me this little glass jar. It had a rose in it.
One time I watched a horse choke to death.
Wow.
On a golf ball. Sucked the golf ball up, found it in the field, and it got lodged. Nobody knew what a horse looked like while it was choking. It just started rearing its head back, and it started getting more and more tired. And it turned out, they did an autopsy, and a couple days later, about 5 days later, they found a damn Titleist in his fucking throat.
Gee whiz, that horse was going through it. Imagine. You dumb as a horse, dumb as rocks. You accidentally get this thing sucked up. There's no way you can tell anybody, hey, Bo, I'm joking, bro.
Right, you
it
can't.
Ain't gonna work out.
You can't bring your hooves to your throat to do the
clip clap is an international horse clip clap. Maybe we can teach that to the horse kind. They might be able to help each other when they choke. Like two claps, I'm choking, clap, clap, and another horse might know. We could train them.
We need that. We need it. If we have horses at the compound, we're going to need some horse trainers, I think. I think that this conversation is showing me that.
Yeah, we can make them go clap, clap. We know they choke.
Yeah, that's going to be expensive. We're going to need a lot of money for that. Can anybody help us out with that? Anybody in chat right now with resources and passion enough to make sure that we have the staff on hand to take care of horses? Namaste.
What a beautiful insight to it. That's such a beautiful insight.
Now listen, Wiki. I kind of want to take you down to right down to task. We're talking about the border between understanding and non-understanding and how powerful it can be. Now, I want one aspect that I want to just dive right into with you because this is something that you have a certain familiarity with. Phil Z74, Wick, it's an honor for you to be the Explorer of the Month. However, you can get super drunk and make out with a dumpster slut.
Both of those can be true at the same time. You can mess around with the hoodwats behind the Arby's, and you can also be Explorer of the Month. Those two are not devalued by each other in any way, shape, or form. That may even be a greater explorer because I'm looking for things behind dumpsters where other people don't search.
Namaste. Really appreciate the way that you phrase that. I really appreciate that. Now, the thing that I want to take you to task on is, your romantic exploits, right? you are a generous and sensitive lover, but not to an extent that you give up who you are as a man. Does that sound accurate? Do you resonate with what I just said?
Oh, yeah, that's big boy talk right there.
That's big boy
We
talk.
got a couple of big boys in the room right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you, as a man, understand the importance of that border between understanding and non-understanding. You hear what I'm saying? You hear what I'm getting at?
Yeah. My nutsack is vibrating as well, Guru. I know. I feel.
Now, talk to us. I think a lot of people could really benefit from hearing you speak just kind of off the cuff, extemporaneously, about the border between understanding and non-understanding as it relates to women.
To me, when you understand, it's like you learning about your world around you and the things you like and don't like and the adventures you want to take and not want to take. It's like looking in the fog and there'll be a little white and you follow that light and it take you to a new place. You just keep pushing that little light wherever it may be, as small as it may be. But you have to have something guiding you in that fog. And then often when you're in that waxy middle, when you're in that messy middle, whew, it can get very mysterious what the mind can do to a man when he was alone for a long time.
Namaste. Phil Z74, I would take odds on Wiki's ass play, though. I don't know what that means. Do you know what that means?
Maybe he wanted to gamble. Sound like a gambling term. Odds.
Yeah. Like sport. What's that app called that they use for betting? Bet DSI or something like that?
Yeah, he trying to make that kind of wager happen right now.
Yeah, take a parlay. And
It's like he's got a teaser out there.
I'll take Pacers by 4 and Wiki.
And I'll give you 2 extra points for $100 more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, that's fun. Thanks, Phil. Now, listen, I one other area that I would like to sort of take you to task with, the understanding and non-understanding, is in your creative exploits. Now, we know you to be a very accomplished musician, very accomplished band leader, performer, record producer, et cetera, et cetera. And, it is my understanding, and this is from the outside looking in as a non-artist, your relationship with creativity and art, like, crucially involves the border between what you understand and what you don't understand. Does this sound accurate to you?
Oh, very correct.
Now, we got a quick communal vision real fast from Nigel Pennyweather. Jenkum originated in Africa, but it's now in the States. Protect your kids from huffing their piss and shit. Know the signs of Jenkum abuse. Namaste. See, that's one word I'm very glad that he mentioned was Jenkum abuse. There's a difference between enjoying like a casual bit of Jenkum, a Friday happy hour, or maybe Saturday. We got some people coming over. We got the grill. We got that cool green egg smoker thing that's like a lot of money, and it's going to be a nice little party. And so he brings a little bit of Jenkum. That's fine. But abuse is an entirely different thing, and it is very important that we look. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's very important that we watch out for that. Appreciate that. Now go ahead. Wiki, you're about to talk to us about the border between understanding and non-understanding with creativity.
Well, when you're on that creative edge there, you're always looking to reach out in that fog because you don't know what you're going to find. Like if I do draw pictures, and when I draw my pictures, you have to draw a bunch of bad pictures to get to the good one. You just can't, your first iteration ain't going to be your final one. You just keep going. You keep pushing on. You had to get through all your bad drawings to get to that good drawing where you go, you know what, I like that. everything look right. I like that. And the life is at work. It don't come like magic.
Mm-hmm.
You put your heart and soul into whatever you do, in your creativity, and what you do understand, you take it in your soul. And if you don't understand, you try to run. Even though it's very hard for me to run. Take a long time. I'm a hammer, and I be very slow.
Mm-hmm. 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 Very slow. Very slow. What does it feel like to be rushed?
To rush along, dear good Lord, good Lord. If I get rushed too much, oh no. You got a fussed man. He gonna be stomped up. He gonna be like a hillbilly with the 2x4, and I might go a swinging. And you don't want to be in there.
I love
You
that.
don't want to rush too much.
I love that. I love that. I love that. Well, Wiki, I mean, I could listen to you talk all day. You're sort of you're like an apple tree that I can shake the trunk and it's always going to give us fruit. And we celebrate that with you. You know, every single call you've ever made. That's why you're Explorer of the Month. By the way, I'm going to go ahead and hit the button so we can celebrate you. It's time to celebrate our Explorer of the Month. Yeah, I'm so glad you called. One moment. Namaste. Beautiful. And anyway, so we wanted to acknowledge you again. We're going to be acknowledging you all month for the month of May. Wiki Wiva, Explorer of the Month. Now,
They're too kind. That's too kind.
and listen, I really do cherish how generous you are every call. Every single time you call in, there's always something. There's always something you want to get that you give us. Some real pearl, some diamond, something to take home that we can, some really suck on for a couple days. But listen, I never want to go to the well too often, and of course, especially as Explorer of the Month, you can feel free to tell me no. But Brother Wiki, I would absolutely adore getting a little bit of a musical treat from you. If you got a song kicking anywhere in that head, maybe an old one. You know, we got really spoiled last time with a classic that.
We got some other ones, but I want to have one for. I really want to do this one just for the community. And the next time I call in, I got some originals. They've been cooking, baby. I got some real good.
Ooh, I love them. I would love that. I would listen.
Writing.
You know I'm happy either way.
Cover. I want this to go out to all the explorers because, I mean, once you hear the song, you understand what I mean by this because that community is so smart. They got so many very intelligent, very smart people, and I want so much. I mean, your life get expanded in so many different ways. And if you can embrace the unknown and not be scared of that, whew, you're going to go a long way. You're going to understand a lot more things that you walked in the door that you didn't know. And you go, wow, the world is a lot bigger place than I ever thought. Interesting. But anyway, this song goes out to the community, and this is a cover song. I'm sure once you hear it, you'll know what it is. And this one goes out to everybody. A one, two, three. Doom, 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 bow, bow, bow. Doom, 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 bow, bow, bow. I pay my dues. Doom, doom, doom. Time after time. Doom, doom, doom. I've done my sentence. Doom, doom, doom. But committed no crime. Doom, doom, doom. And bad mistakes. Boom, boom, boom. I made a few. Boom, boom, boom. I've had a share of mistake kicked out my face, but I've come through. And on and on and on. We are the champion, my friend. Boom, boom, boom. And we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world. Boom, boom, boom. Doom, doom, doom. Boom, boom, boom. And that's the first verse.
Wow. Wow. Guys, can we get some emotes, some excitement going? That was tremendous. You have this way with covers where, you're very, very respectfully, capture the original soul and essence of the, source material, but at the same time, your fingerprints are undeniable as an artist. So it's a shame I have to put it, so mildly, but it's a treat. It's a dessert. I just got taken through the Dairy Queen drive-through, and I got a 6-pack of Dilly Ballers and a Blizzard.
What a wonderful trip in the mind that is. Dilly Bar? Oh, my goodness.
Right? That's what I feel like I just got. And what I did with the Dilly Bars, I bit that little point off, and I threw the rest of it out. That's how good of a treat I just got.
That's a hell of a day.
I know. I got a whole 6-pack of them. Well,
You know you had a good one then. Whew.
wow. Well, listen, Wiki, namaste to you. I really genuinely appreciate you calling up tonight.
Namaste, everybody. I love you guys, and y'all just keep walking rolling.
Walk and woe, Wiki. Walk and woe. Oh, my gosh. What a treat. What an absolute treat that was to hear. Blessings and namaste to you. Guys, we did it. We did another exploration with Leslie Tanner. What a beautiful night. What a very active night, huh? The passions, the excitement, everybody came with something. We had a lot of repeat callers, a lot of people not taking the L. Oh, we got a psychic emergency.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer Yahoo Sirius 444 to issue a psychic emergency. Cheer 300 Clifford the Big Red Dog has marked his territory, forming a large radius around the downtown area. Estimates are the pooch has nearly doubled in size. Although originally understood as a large, red, friendly child's pet, we do not know how to stop its rampage. Repeat. Cheer 300 Clifford the Big Red Dog has marked his territory, forming a large radius around the downtown area. Estimates are the pooch has nearly doubled in size. Although originally understood as a large, red, friendly child's pet, we do not know how to stop its rampage. We now continue with your normal broadcast.
Namaste. Namaste, guys. Really beautiful. Thank you guys so much for being here. It was a lot of fun. This has been a very beautiful and challenging stream. I'm not going to lie. The border of understanding and non-understanding is something that we are going to return to again. Namaste to all of our raiders. Thank you so much, Space Cat. Thank you so much, Aristotle. Thanks so much, What's Up, Cat's Up. Knocked it out of the ballpark tonight, says Nigel. Blessings. Wow, that means a lot. Thank you, Nigel. Thank you so much for being here tonight. And for being here since the beginning. You were here all night, and I really genuinely, in my heart of hearts, genuinely appreciate that. But all of you, thank you so much. The program absolutely works. Christopher Miller, my YouTubers. How are we doing over there, by the way, guys? I saw Witness. I saw some people get banned for threatening, our ability to exist on these platforms. We do not take that lightly. Listen. If I could shape this program to say yes to all of humanity and yes to everything that implies, then yes, I would absolutely do that. But as it is, these platforms, no. I'm working with the platforms to give us a little bit of leeway, given the nature of the project and how pro-human, pro-light this project is, and hopefully we can get some feedback from the admins as far as that's concerned. But namaste to you guys. Wonderful. We'll be back on Tuesday. Beautiful Saturday night stream tonight. We'll be back on Tuesday. Tuesday with another gorgeous stream. Something very special planned for Tuesday. If I can get it together, we'll see. But namaste, guys. It was wonderful to be with you. Thanks so much for hanging out for so long. Raji, bless you, you son of a bitch. Bless you. Grandpa Liquor, Cost Money, Terrific, M. Robert Kopp, Nigel, General, Dark Cloud. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out so long. Namaste. Cherish. Tropes. Thank you to my mods. Thank you to my community of devoted light. Thank you to Cooker Pie. Thank you for that extremely generous 25 community gift sub donation earlier this evening. Blessings and namaste to you all, guys. Let's take this on over to a very, very dear friend of the stream. Very, very dear friend. An explorer. Somebody who gets the postcards, who understands. We review material with him. I love visiting him over there. He loves visiting me over here. If you're looking for an explorer of the highest order and looking to see the work of explorations present in a very public aspect of their life, look no further than Abba Box. Namaste, guys. Namaste. Thank you all for being here. We'll be back Tuesday night, normal time. Tuesday night, normal time. Join the Discord, Twitter, and Instagram and the TikTok and all that. Stay abreast, but let's send some fat namastes over to Abba Box right now. Some big old namastes over to Abba Box. If you're not following this guy yet, you're fucking up. Very funny and entertaining. Namaste, guys. I'll see you all very, very soon. Our SOB, we'll figure it out. YouTube, guys, we'll be back Tuesday. Namaste. Thanks for weathering the slur storm.